or you can be like Miss Mary Dean and take more of a spiritual approach to the Bible, and you could incorporate manifestations, and you can incorporate all of these beautiful affirmations in your life, and that's okay.
Yes.
It is all fine. So I am an advocate for whatever you need in the moment that works for you. So I'm clapping it up. I love this topic today.
I love it. I love it. So my initial reaction to the topic is similar. It's similar to Miss Mary Dean, okay? Because I didn't grow up necessarily in the church and going to church every Sunday, but we did go to church. My mother did teach us about God. She had a Bible. She not quoting scriptures all the time, but I did some church, but also I have worked on my spirituality over the last 20 years. And so I would definitely say I'm more spiritual. I'm not so much religious, even though I say I'm a Christian because that's the way I was raised. I do believe, I was actually surprised to hear that to hear it said in that way, that the church is kind of grooming women to be independent, because from my church that I went to, they were all about getting married and meeting somebody in the church and stuff like that. But I can totally see it. Okay, I can totally see it. So let's go to our first video and then we'll get thoughts on that.
The Black church's focus is not on building families. It's about keeping women single, comfortable, independent. I said what I said. Just look at the numbers. The church is 70 to 80% single women. And the pastor want to sell these women this fairy tale, telling them that your Boaz is coming. Keep waiting, knowing good and well that there isn't any single men in the congregation. And that's low-key manipulation, because the men aren't flocking to the churches because the churches are catered to women. The sermons shame men and pamper women. The programs be women brunches, women conferences, women's night. The churches know who paid the tithes. It's the women. So they selling the women these dreams while cashing their checks. And let's be real, the men that are in the churches are either one, already married, gay, or looking for some silly woman to take advantage of. You gotta ask yourself, if the church is really about family, why is it full of single mothers, single women, and empty of men? Because the Black church needs the women single, desperate, and waiting. Because if you had the family that you prayed for, then they wouldn't be able to control you.
Okay, that was very interesting, her point of view. Very interesting. Okay. Okay, what are you ladies' thoughts on that? Do you think the church is intentionally encouraging women to be single, or do you think that's just a product of, okay, I'll save my thought. Answer that question. What do you think, Dr. Alicia?
I think it's unfair to scapegoat any one reason why somebody is single. I think the Black church does a really good job of empowering Black women. There is nothing wrong with being independent. You can be independent and be married at the same time. There's interdependence in a marriage, but it's okay to be independent and also have a mate. So I don't know why independence means I can't date anybody. All of us are independent. You were functional before you started dating whoever you're dating. So if that ends, you can still be a functional person. So let's not scapegoat church and put all the blame on church. There's a lot going on between men and women, and we could digest and deconstruct all of those things. But that's not fair to put all of that on the Black church. They're doing their job.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think, Tiara?
I think that it's interesting because I think that Black women sometimes can get caught up a little bit in what they're doing.